Hi, Charles Cherney here. And in this video, I wanted to share West Somerville, one of the named neighborhoods of the city of Somerville, Massachusetts. And you can see those named neighborhoods on the map here. There's quite a few, as you can see. So West Somerville is out in the western portion of Somerville, hence the name. And it's bordering here on Arlington and Medford. These are the grayed out areas on the screen as we focus in on the city of Somerville. And its neighbors beyond Arlington and Medford are the neighborhoods of Tufts University and Teal Square and Davis Square. So if you're in this residential neighborhood, West Somerville, you do enjoy easy access to Tufts and the shop services and restaurants in Teal Square and Davis Square. So we're looking here at Google Maps, and you can see there is on Google Maps a red dotted line that defines the boundaries of the neighborhood of West Somerville. I don't think that these can be considered formal. It's the case that Somerville neighborhoods, there's some general agreement on their names and locations, but nothing is etched in stone. But as we look in the West Somerville neighborhood, we can see it's defined to the west, bordering on Arlington by Alewife Brook. You can see here the blue line. It's a tributary of the Mystic River, which we find here. Bordering on the west is Arlington, Alewife Brook, and this large swath of green space, which includes Dilboy Stadium and Dilboy Pool, and there's tennis courts and playgrounds and ball fields all along Dilboy here on this side of Alewife Brook. And here's Alewife Brook Parkway. Off Alewife Brook Parkway, you can find your way down Broadway, one of the main drags that takes you right through West Somerville and continues on to Teal Square and Davis Square. Running up along the side with Tufts University and its campus is Curtis Street, defining this border of the neighborhood. And then North Street runs right through the heart of West Somerville here, parallel to Curtis. So your main drags are Alewife Brook Parkway, North Street, Curtis Street, and Broadway. Boston Avenue also cuts through Medford here, and then through the last piece of West Somerville, this peninsula, if you will, up towards the top of the neighborhood. So that gives you a good general overall sense of this residential neighborhood. I guess I should mention as well Powderhouse Boulevard here, which intersects with North Street and is a main street in West Somerville, the neighborhood. So it's residential and pretty straight ahead. You can see some of the street names that make it up: Gordon, Woods Avenue, Fairfax Street, Sterling Street, High Street, Raymond Avenue, Ware, Farragut. There are others as well. These are all residential streets that make up West Somerville. It's a very pleasant residential neighborhood. This is a photo I took out on Alewife Brook Parkway in January on a pleasant afternoon. And Alewife Brook Parkway does ultimately connect at a rotary with Mystic River Parkway. And, it's a main artery along Alewife Brook that connects Somerville and Cambridge and Arlington and Medford. So it's a busy place. There's a new building that is being constructed. Well, it's nearly done now on Alewife Brook. And I walked by it. Looks great. There are 23 units at this address. And at the time of this recording, quite a few are still available. So looks like a very nice address. And I looked online, and the residences look very nice indeed. Dilboy Stadium pictured here is, a magnet for athletic activities in the neighborhood. And obviously on a day in January, as we see here, I had it to myself. You can see the stadium and the track, artificial grass on the field. And so later in the year, it'll be a busy place. Here's another shot just showing the track, and it borders on Alewife Brook, leading to the Mystic River. So it's a very nice athletic setup. And as I mentioned earlier in passing, there's also a pool and tennis courts and athletic fields beyond the primary field at the stadium. Just beyond Alewife Brook, you end up on Mystic River, and on that stretch of Mystic River, there's a U-Haul center, and I noticed on my walk that there's a self-service propane tank refill center. So this is handy for those of us who barbecue. For years, I've always gone to the barbecue barn in Arlington, but now that I know that this self-service propane tank refill center is found in West Somerville, I think I'll probably take advantage. Just at the tip of the West Somerville neighborhood is this Whole Foods Market, which includes a Starbucks. And officially, the address of this Whole Foods is on Mystic Valley Parkway in Medford, but literally it's just over the line with West Somerville. In fact, I think a portion of the land may fall in West Somerville. So the West Somerville residents have the luxury of this Whole Foods nearby. And it turns out that on the other end of the neighborhood on Broadway is a Stop and Shop. So there's a couple of supermarkets for the neighbors and residents. And, it's your, as expected, very well-stocked Whole Foods and well-maintained, and, gets a lot of use from people who live nearby. So it's a bonus too to have a coffee shop inside. There's a Starbucks found here. On Powderhouse Boulevard in West Somerville is the West Somerville Neighborhood School, pictured here. And this serves some 380 students, grades pre-K through 8. And it's a nice building, and it's really nice to see this school found on Powderhouse Boulevard. Here's a shot of the boulevard, and it really is a boulevard with proper sidewalks, and the houses set back somewhat from the street, which is nice. Get a good sense of it here. So Powderhouse Boulevard really does lend a little grandeur to the West Somerville neighborhood, and it's highlighted by the West Somerville Neighborhood School. I had a client purchase a home a short walk from West Somerville Neighborhood School a few years ago, and their kids got to walk right up this very sidewalk to school each day. I mean, that's not something that happens for too many kids too much more in today's world. So it's kind of a throwback in the best sort of way to have the school on Powderhouse Boulevard in West Somerville. In 2022, I listed and sold a condominium in West Somerville on Conwell Avenue, pictured here. And this is a classic triple-decker, new conversion. And the unit that I listed and sold featured 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,074 square feet, and a parking space. And it sold for $764,000 in September of 2022. We're looking here at the living room. Nice high ceilings, updated kitchen, eat-in, nice picture window, updated cabinetry and appliances, and 3 bedrooms. Here's one of them with a generous closet and window bay. And then in addition to 3 bedrooms, this particular condominium featured a bonus study, which is great. And then my favorite feature a screened in porch. And as I think back over my career as a top agent in Somerville and neighboring Cambridge, I just don't think I've ever had a listing with a screened porch, and just delightful. This is on the backside overlooking the back garden, and just every single person who came through to visit fell in love with this. My name is Charles Cherney, and I am a top residential real estate agent here to help you buy the right home or sell for the best price in Somerville or neighboring Cambridge. And at any time, you can visit my website and see what's active in either city. We're looking at the active listings in Somerville, and this updates in real time, 24/7, 365. There's a link beneath the video you can click on to see these listings. Reach out at any time by text, telephone, or email if I can be of service to you. And I welcome the opportunity to connect together. I hope you've found this video on West Somerville as a residential neighborhood of the city worthwhile. And I look forward to sharing more with you about the neighborhood and the city of Somerville and neighboring Cambridge. Be in touch.